Auspicious greetings to Dharma friends around the world. Welcome to another episode of English Dharma Services.
Hi, Venerate. Wow, the temple is beautifully decorated. Is it for the Qingming festival?
Hi, Catherine. Good to see you again. Yes, we are decorated for the Qingming Dharma service.
I'm happy that I can pay respect to my ancestors in the temple. But I always wonder, isn't Qingming a Chinese tradition? Why do Buddhists also celebrate it?
You are right. Qingming Festival or Tomb Sweeping Festival is one of the most important Chinese festivals, and it has been celebrated for the last 2,500 years. Paying respect to ancestors and great people is not a particular Chinese culture. In fact, Buddhism also has the tradition of venerating the relics of eminent masters.
Oh, is it the same as venerating the Buddha's relics?
Yes, you are right. Paying respect to eminent Buddhist masters actually begins with the Buddha. Before the Buddha entered into parinirvana, he said to his disciple that after cremation, they can build stupas to house his relics at crossroads so that people can pay respect and remember the Buddha.
I see. This is quite similar to why we go tomb sweeping, to remember our ancestors and be grateful for what they have done for us.
Quite right. The beginning of Qingming Festival has a similar story. During the spring and autumn period, Duke Wen of Jin fled his own country after knowing his stepmother plotted to kill him. One day, the Duke and his entourage were lost in the mountains and they had nothing to eat. One of the Duke's followers, Jie Zhitui, cut off a piece of his flesh from his leg and cooked it for the Duke. When the Duke was finally restored to his rightful throne, he rewarded all the people that had supported and helped him throughout the years, but he forgot all about Jie Zhitui. Jie was not someone who sought after personal fame or glory. Instead, he packed his bags and retreated into the mountains with his mother. When the Duke of Jin recalled that he had completely forgotten about Jie, he asked the people to get him, but Jie refused to return. To force Jie out of the mountains, the Duke had the idea of setting the whole place on fire so that Jie and his mother would appear in order to escape from the fire. As the fire burned, neither Jie nor his mother appeared. Finally, they were found dead by a tree. The Duke of Jin was so overcome with remorse that he ordered that no fire could be burned on the day of Jie's death. And it is a day which commemorates Jie, this loyal and honest minister. Later, the people treated Jie as a sage and remembered him for his wonderful deeds. This is the beginning of Qingming Festival, where a deceased was remembered for his great deeds.
I see. Did the Buddhist practice of stupa veneration and the Chinese practice of honoring ancestors meet in China?
Yes, indeed. Buddhism came to China about 2,000 years ago, and Buddhism continues the tradition of paying respect to the stupas of eminent masters during certain time of the year. This is why when you visit Chinese monasteries, you will see a lot of stupas in certain areas of the monastery, and these stupas are where eminent masters of the past were laid. This also has an influence on how Chinese people would pay respect at their ancestors' tombs.
What should we be mindful of when we are paying respect to our ancestors?
In Buddhism, there is a saying, to repay the 4 types of kindness and to liberate those in the 3 lower realms. These are the goals which Buddhists strive for, which is to repay the kindness of our parents, sentient beings, one's country, and lastly, the triple gem.
Why should we repay these 4 types of kindness in particular?
That's a very good question, Catherine. First of all, we need to repay the kindness of our parents. Our parents brought us into the world. They raised and educated us. If it were not for our parents, we would not be here today. In particular, our mothers carried us in the womb for 9 to 10 months and fed us by hand for 3 years. They taught us wholesome values and shaped our character. Furthermore, they sacrificed their lives and time to raise us into who we are today. The kindness of a mother is higher than heaven, and the love of a father is deeper than the ocean. That is why the Buddha's Great Skillful Means of Gratitude Sutra says that parents shows the greatest kindness within the 3 realms. To express our gratitude for the kindness of our parents, we should give them the true Buddhist faith and offer them liberation so that they may grow in wisdom towards awakening and put an end to the cycle of birth and death. This is the highest supramundane way of honoring one's parents. Did you know, Catherine, that the Buddha also took care of his parents?
I see.
When he was only 7 days old, his mother, Queen Maya, unfortunately passed away. After attaining Buddhahood, the Buddha once traveled up to the Triatrimsa's heaven to teach Queen Maya the Dharma. Furthermore, the Buddha also taught the Dharma to his father, King Suddhodana. After attaining awakening, the Buddha traveled back to his hometown, to Kapilavastu, and taught the Dharma not only to his father, but also to his stepmother, brother, cousins, and countless number of people. Many of them attained realizations and found lasting peace and joy in the Dharma. When King Suddhodana passed away, the Buddha personally requested to be one of the pallbearers along with his disciples that were originally from the Shakyan family. The Buddha paid final respect to the father who had loved him dearly. The second type of kindness that we should repay is the kindness of sentient beings. Since beginningless time, all sentient beings throughout their numerous lifetimes have been each other's parents. In addition, sentient beings have shown us kindness through the various comforts and conveniences that they provide. To show our gratitude for the kindness of sentient beings, we can practice the Bodhisattva path in order to help sentient beings be liberated from the cycle of birth and death. The third type of kindness is kindness of one's country. Our parents bore and raised our physical body, but it is the society as a whole that has provided much of our daily needs. It is because of the protection that has been provided to us by our country that we are able to live securely and be happy in our homes and jobs. If a country is destroyed, then its people will become lost as refugees with no place to call home. That is why we should express gratitude for our country. Therefore, each of us should serve our country faithfully and fulfill our duties in whatever position or post we hold. In this way, we can repay the kindness of our country for safeguarding our lives. Finally, and most importantly, the kindness of the Triple Gem. The Triple Gem is the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. These 3 are the lights of the world and exhibit unimaginable kindness. The Buddha is described as having 10 kinds of kindness. 1. The kindness of his resolve to bring universal liberation. 2. The kindness of his self-sacrifice in previous lives. 3. The kindness of consistent altruism. 4. The kindness of manifesting in 6 realms of existence. 5. The kindness of pursuing liberation for sentient beings. 6. The kindness of his great compassion. 7. The kindness of appearing as a human being in accordance with the capacity of his audience and concealing his true form. 8. The kindness of teaching provisional teachings before ultimate teachings in accordance with the capacity of his audience. 9. The kindness of entering final nirvana to inspire appreciation for the rare presence of a Buddha. 10. The kindness of living only 80 years rather than a full lifespan of 100, so that the remaining blessings could be left to Buddhists of later ages, and that the teachings would remain so that they could be practiced. The Dharma is the truth of the world that can guide sentient beings out of the ocean of the cycle of birth and death to the other shore of nirvana. All the Buddhas of the past, present, and future practice according to the Dharma so that they may end all obstacles, attain awakening, and benefit sentient beings forever. The Sangha persistently brings benefit to sentient beings, for the monastic community is ever mindful of this task. The Triple Gem allows us to achieve ultimate liberation. This in and of itself is a great, vast act of kindness. Therefore, we should respect the Triple Gem with the utmost sincerity and to truly practice the Dharma.
So, there are 4 types of kindness we should strive to repay: our parents, all sentient beings, our country, and the Triple Gem.
Very good. Buddhism emphasizes gratitude, particularly filial piety, for not only should we repay the kindness of our parents of this lifetime, but we should widen our focus to our parents of all our lifetimes. Gratitude should begin with one's own family, but should expand to encompass society as a whole and eventually growing to encompass all sentient beings, so that all one's parents and family members for all time can attain liberation. Buddhism is an expression of filial piety and gratitude in its ultimate form. As the sutra says, though those with gratitude are in the cycle of birth and death, their roots of virtues are not destroyed. Those who have no gratitude eliminate the roots of their virtue. That is why all Buddhas praise those with gratitude.
Thank you for your explanation, Venerable Zito. Sometimes we forget how rich we are with the love and support from our parents, our family, the society, and our country. I will dedicate the merits of this Qingming Dharma service not only to my ancestors, but also hope that the world will be a better and safer place, and that all sentient beings will be free from suffering.
It's good to have you in the temple today, Catherine. And thank you again for joining this episode of English Dharma Talk. We would really like to hear from you about the topics that you might like to hear in the future.
So, please leave a comment to let us know.
May you find peace and joy in the Dharma. A弥陀佛.